Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett. In my hands is The Golden Hour by Niki Smith. It's a really, really solid graphic novel. How do I describe this? So the story is about this kid who is witness to violence, to gun violence at his school. Someone goes and attacks a teacher. We don't get the full details of that because that's not really what matters. He is dealing with PTSD from this event and is getting through it through photography. He meets some kids in school who he becomes friends with. These kids are involved with the ag club, and he winds up kind of getting involved in their world. So this is a really interesting story about a young kid dealing with PTSD from gun violence and the friendships that come out of it. And you know, it's a touching graphic novel about friendship and recovery and trauma. And honestly, like it's one that I found myself choking up multiple times, not necessarily because it's traumatic, but because of the sweetness about it. There's something about this graphic novel that, like, how everyone supports each other is really, really impressive. There's a lot of moments that there's interactions where there's just a kindness about it that I feel is like so lacking in so many different ways, and to see it on the page and see it in such a way with empathy and caring and giving, it's a nice story. It's just a really solid tale of friendship and recovery and these kids getting to know each other. It's interesting. It's really, really interesting. I think what's really kind of also impressive to me is it deals with this PTSD, this follow-up on this PTSD, but it never dives into specifically the details of the event. It never finds it necessary to do that. It never gets to the the exploitative way or over-the-top way to kind of shock the readers. It's not about the gun violence. It's about the PTSD and dealing with the trauma after. And it's really kind of also neat in that, with Manuel, who is going through this, he finds his relief in photography, and the graphic novel, in a very subtle way, teaches photography and composition and what makes a good photo throughout the book, as Manuel kind of learns about what works and what doesn't work. We, the readers, do that as well. It's a really, really solid read. I think the art is fantastic. We can actually see here of him going through one of his episodes of a panic attack and kind of snapping out of it. And I don't know quite how to describe the style, but it's really cool. I just like the look of it. There really is some amazing art in this, and I hate to say a lot of it is the panic attack, but it's just, it catches you in such a way that I just think it's good. It's really, really good. And with this, we can actually see the moment and some of the moment of what he's experiencing during the gun violence. But it's a good graphic novel because it's not about the violence. And here's another example of it. It's not about the violence at all, and it's not about the act. It's about the trauma after. And it never really takes a stance of like pro, negative about guns or anything, because that's just, again, not really the point of the story. It's about these kids, and them just trying to kind of live their life and find their place and, getting to know each other. It's good. It's really, really, really good. I really recommend. It's solid. I don't know who I would suggest this to, but I just suggest it. I think it's just a really good read. I don't know how else to praise it. I just find it really, really good. It's a great graphic novel, a great maybe read for, I'd say, older teens, 13, 14, 15, somewhere around there, especially ones who maybe are having kind of panic attacks, that sort of stuff themselves. They might get some inspiration from this. Like, it's okay. That's what the kind of lesson of this. It's okay, and you just need to learn to deal with it. And there's also a lot of great extras in this. It takes you through some process, some photography. There's a bit about PTSD and suggestions for help. It's packed. It's good. I mean, this is really, really solid. And it's not expensive. $12.99 for like this thick graphic novel is a pretty solid deal. Out now in comic shops and bookstores. You can go get this. We got a link beneath this video. Put in your zip code. Tell the comic shops near you. No shop, no problem. We do have some links as well. There'll be affiliate links, so we get a small percentage. By doing that, you support a site, so thank you. And Little Brown Company supported us by providing us a review copy, so thank you for that. And thank you all for watching. If you are into graphic novels, if you're into comics in general, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy. Keeping it nice and consistent. Until next time, keep reading those comics, and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.